Welcome to a Let's Play of Morrowind. It's going to be a meandering wander through what is apparently quite a complicated game. My name's Billy and I've not really played Morrowind before, or not in any great amount. I've played a few hours here and there. I do have experience with the other Elder Scrolls games, but Morrowind is the one that's always been eternally fascinating to me because the world that it's set in is extremely gorgeous and interesting. The mechanics of it are dense, and some of them seem bad, some of them seem good. The lore seems very readable and interesting, and to be honest, this is the sort of game that I would never get around to playing normally. It's too large, it just takes a lot of time, so this Let's Play series is going to be small, digestible chunks of Morrowind, coming in 20 to 30 minutes a time, and we're just going to push on through this huge game one section at a time together. In regards to the actual playthrough itself, I'm going to try and play it vanilla with very little changes in regards to mods, difficulty settings, things like that. But if it comes to it, this game does have some weird leveling up systems. I'm aware of that. It's the same as Oblivion. I don't want to get locked out of any content, so I will super willing to cheat my ass off in those situations to see the game. But we will wait till it comes to that, and if we do get to that stage, we will have to do it, and I'll tell you. I'll let you know. So let's go ahead and start. In 3, 2, 1, go. Each event is preceded by prophecy, but without the hero, there is no event. In the waning years of the third era of Tamriel, a prisoner born on a certain day to uncertain parents was sent under guard, without explanation, to Morrowind, ignorant of who he was to play in that nation's history.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat, to the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up.
I do enjoy the
Stand up.
classic
There you go. You were dreaming.
prisoner start.
What's your name?
So it lets you give you like a blank canvas to work on and a reason why your character is in a location.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them.
Even the
say it
setup
reached
of sort of saying without
sure
a hero
it's
there is
gone.
no hero's journey implies sort of a great pushing forward force that is the main character or the player character.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
That music is good. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I've played a lot of Oblivion. Is probably my most played Elder Scrolls game, and that's very different from this. You know, there's none of this slow walking in Oblivion. And I played a decent amount of Skyrim as well, but as I get older,
On deck, and let's keep this as civil as possible.
I find like the weirder games that have a host of other sort of systems to definitely have an interesting aspect. I have no idea what we're going to play, by the way.
You finally arrived.
I did think about it before, and I went on the glorious unofficial Elder Scrolls wiki, UESP. I can't think what the acronym stands for now. In hopes of sort of getting ahead of it and having to think about what sort of character we were going to play, but I realised that the game is hugely complicated and I completely forgot about that, so we're just going to dive in and see what we can get up to. I mean, what's Arconians good at? Very good at athletics, which is speed, which is good. And alchemy, illusion, medium armor, mysticism, spear, and unarmored. Well, we're not going to be using medium armor, I don't think. I think we're going to go light, so is there someone more suited to that? Athletics, destruction, light armor, long blade, marksman, mysticism, short blade. Quite like that. So they're just the magey one. Oh, there's all these specials down here. Ancestral Guardian. Sanctuary, 50 points for 50 seconds on self. Resist fire. You can already tell that this is one of those games that has a lot of depth, just because you've got these boxes. Games these days would like ease you into this a lot more, I think. I'm not saying either's worse by that statement. They're just different sorts of design, and this is definitely a more traditional sort of one. They're the sword guys. I don't want to play an orc, I don't think. Nord. I want something with a mix of sneak, sword, and magic, to be honest. So I think Dark Elf is probably the one. Short blade. We have to think about these governing attributes. It's a big aspect of this game. It's sort of how they interact and how we get to places from that. Cool. So this is our face. Not a huge fan of that. I have no idea what this character's sort of going to be or where he's going to be. I imagine him as sort of being an outsider to Morrowind. But we'll see how the story plays along and sort of fit our own narrative towards that and build something around that. Not knowing too much about the game, I don't want to go in with too many preconceptions. I'd rather let the game sort of dictate who my character is at this stage. I don't like that face. I say I don't like it, but I also don't hate it. Some old dude like that. I think that's probably the play. Do we like the hair though? Is there a bold one? A lot of hairstyles, which is good. I'm not sure if I'm into this goatee, but what does he look like? He looks like a sort of cutthroat mercenary of some sort. Let's go with that and see where we end up.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish.
It's amazing how like sort of character design and your own influence over character design is still like a big part of these games. Otherwise they wouldn't have the third person camera, which is something I just tried to do, but we don't have available to ourselves yet.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released.
Gala.
There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Right, this is something we're going to actually have to think about. I want to create a custom class. +5 for all skills in your specialisation. They'll also be easier to increase. +10 each to your favourite attributes. Combat is... I can't remember. This would be nice to actually see what our racial benefits are, but I suppose at the end of the day, the key ones are going to be these major minor skills, because that's what determines your level ups. So that's what we'll be focusing in. These we can just sort of pop in what we fancy. I'm not going to do magic, even though I think he is going to have some magic skills that he's good at. Honestly, I think it's going to be stealth. We're going to make a stealth archer again, aren't we? Stealth archer with a bit of magic. I don't even know how that works in this game. I don't even know if that's a good shout, if that's the plan or not. But we'll just move forward. Yeah, that sounds fine with me. Which means we probably want to make. So in stealth we get. So like, what's light armor go off? Oh, we have to change it to see. So light armor is agility. Are these all pretty much agility? Agility, speed. So like, what are the combat ones? Speed is hand to hand, which we don't care about. Marksman's agility. So yeah, there's an argument for sort of... Oh, we have an alarm. I'll stop that. I'm not going to put the bins out yet. But what was I thinking? So strength. See, what are these skills? Because they're going to be a mix of intelligence and willpower. I actually quite like the idea of intelligence, because that gives us conjuration, which is good, and enchant, which I quite like the idea of having something in that. So if we do intelligence and agility, and pop our mages in short blade. I know it's speed, but we'll get there. Marksman, light armor. We could do with one offensive ability that's in sort of the speed class. It's probably bad to have both of these on here, actually. So if we take agility, marksman off, we're still going to use that as one of our mages, but I don't want that to be one of the determining factors of what causes me to level. I want things that cause me to level to be things that I can control, if possible. God, I try and plan ahead for this sort of stuff, and it's just, you sort of have to build the plan on the fly. So yeah, if I do agility speed, but then I pick long blade, I don't know how like crazy these ideas are. What's armor do? Maintain weapons and armor, top effectiveness. Worn weapons do less damage. Worn armor provides less protection against attacks as well. Increase the diminishing effectiveness of weapons and armor is dramatic. Basically, as you level up from your major and minor skills, and once you get 10 levels in any of these, you gain a level up, and depending on how many levels you've got, determines how much you can put in certain attributes. So you kind of want to be controlling your level ups in this game, and that kind of means that you want skills that you're not doing all the time, perhaps even in your majors. But it just feels wrong. It feels a bit wrong inside because, do you know what? I'm going to take the game on faith and pick the things that my character's going to do. And even if I do get bad level ups, I will, if we get to a stage where the game's too hard, I'll bump my attributes in cheat engines. Just a touch, like nothing major. I just, my interest in the game focuses more on the world and the setting and interacting with it in that way. Than these skills. So we'll take these on like face value and take the things that are good. So if we're doing blade, marksmanship, sneak, not security, sneak, then I like an alteration maybe in there, because actually you can unlock things with that, or illusion. Illusion feels real fun, which is a personality one. And then what other sort of majors? I'm going for a classic roguish sort of character here, I think. What else is he going to be good at? Imagine throwing in like a combat skill of like block will make him a bit more of like a mercenary type guy. So if we do that, and then minor skills, stuff that he does occasionally, I think we'll throw in a bit of destruction, a bit of enchant. Bit of mercantile, bit of speechcraft. Maybe a touch of security? No. What from here can he have? Armor, maybe? Like he knows how to maintain his kit. What can we call him? I'm just gonna call him like mercenary or something. I need to Google if I've spelled that right, which is terrible. Yeah, I have. It just didn't look right to me for some reason, so I want to make sure. Cool, let's go with that.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
I've not actually checked if we can do all the changes that we want with the cheat engine, but we'll just go with it. What's the thief give us? Sanctuary, 10 points. I'm assuming that's some sort of defensive thing. Is it like the horse? Is that still one? Steed. Yeah, let's grab that because running around is slow in this game.
Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, that puts us at like really decent skills up here. We've got stuff we can be working with. I might even just take a long blade to begin with, but that means we're going to bump strength. What agility stuff have we got down here? Oh, I don't want to grind out. I don't want to grind these out. Like, that involves putting on like armor and getting hit by mud crabs and stuff, so
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
it's not the way I want to play this game. Cool. Let's have a look around this room. That's the Skyrim sigil, I believe. Perhaps it's for the Nords. Now, we can't save yet, so we won't. But we will take this. For release by Emperor Uriel Septim VII's decree to the district of Vardenfell in the province of Morrowind. Signed, Socius Argella, agent of the Seder Neen Imperial Census and Exercise. There's definitely some Roman influence going on here. I don't want to mess around taking things on the side until I can confirm I have a save thing. I want to talk to these people more. What do we want? You won't do anything for us. You got anything to say? Imperial Legion. The Legion hires qualified recruits of proven skill and character and provides training, goods and services at discounts. The lower ranks are common troopers and officers, but the upper ranks include orders of the Imperial Knights. No, we won't mess around with this stuff yet. It's weird, like that sort of entrance room here and then moving into here, this now just feels like a normal house. Oh. One value is probably not worth taking. But I am going to check all these sacks. I was like, 2 value, does that actually break my my previous rule? I could be completely messing up here and stealing a load of stuff, but we'll just get on with it and steal away. I keep pressing escape to get out of the menus. But that's not how this game works. Right, let's get our first weapon, the Lion Dagger. This is our character here. Accidentally taking his clothes off. Yeah, I'm imagining him as being sort of like a washed up mercenary that's probably been trapped for some reason. Down on his look sort of type, and then we can sort of see how the game dictates the rest of our choices from there. Yeah, all the hits are dice rolls in this game. Let's do some reading. The stars of Tamriel are divided into 13 constellations. 3 of them are the major constellations known as the Guardians. These are blah 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 blah. When the sun rises near one of these constellations, this is the constellation season. Each constellation is a season of approximately 1 month. Serpent has no season, for it moves about in the heavens, usually threatening one of the others. Yo. There's some in-depth lore straight away. I'm not reading 13 pages, don't worry. If I find a book I do like, though, be warned, I will read it. I've recently been playing Dagger as Sharp as a Scamp's Claw by Morning. I've been playing Dishonored recently. I mean, I'm having your silverware before I leave. I wouldn't normally do that sort of thing in this sort of game, but apparently this early game of this game is rather difficult, so I want to make sure to get every advantage that I can. You now have a map menu. It shows you the name of the place you're in and you're facing. I do think I did some tests earlier, and this is the most revolutionary shit in the world. You should have scalable menus in every game. fact, I think the play here is going to be that. Engraved Ring of Healing, cast when used, restores 1 to 5 points on self. We'll take that. Item, where you now have magic item where you can see all your magic menu. Sorry, not magic item. Like all menus, right click in to use your new menu. Click the spell or magic item you want to make your active magic. Press R to do active magic. I was struggling with this earlier. This is the other thing I discovered. You can actually mess around with all this stuff here to... Oh, okay, resist fire. Oh, do I... So if I equip that... Oh, the powers are under here. Sorry, that didn't look like a menu that I could mess around with. Chameleon. Fire bite, fire damage. Sanctuary, and then the magic item. Okay, that makes sense. I'll take Sanctuary. Because, yeah, that's magic there. Did I take Sanctuary? That wasn't the spell. Firebite's the one I want. Let's move on through. Press E to talk to the captain. Select topics to ask him about them. Don't try and persuade on him. If you're not good at it, he will start to dislike you. I like that, a game that immediately says, no, don't interact with our systems.
Papers, please.
First, let me take your identification papers. Thank you. Word of your arrival only reached me yesterday. I'm Celis Gravius, but my background is not important. I'm here to welcome you to Morrowind. Release identification has been removed from your inventory. Your background is not important, but I'm going to ask you about it. Oh, he's just an knight errant of the Imperial Legion. I'm proud to be an Imperial, though our legions and rule of law. We've brought peace and civilizations to the provinces of Tamriel. Oh, lordy. Oh, have you? Oh, no. You might believe that, mate, but I don't. The Legion hire qualified recruits of proven skill and character and provide training, goods, and services at a discount. The lower ranks of common troopers and officers... Oh, yeah, we've read that already, haven't we? Yes, you're in Morrowind. I don't know why you're here or why you were released from prison and shipped here, but your authorization comes directly from Emperor Uriel Septim VII himself, and I don't need to know any more than that. When you leave this office, you are a free man, but before you go, I have an instruction of your duties. Instructions from the Emperor, so pay careful attention. I want to ask about Uriel Septim first. Yes, Uriel Septim is still the Emperor. According to my instruction, he personally authorized your release from prison and your delivery here. It's all very mysterious, but that's the way the Empire works. Silence, secrecy. Let not the left hand know what the right hand is doing, all with Uriel Septim in charge. That was my point, not him. Yes, of course this is the Empire. This is Vardenfell district of the province of Morrowind, and Morrowind has been a part of the Empire for over 400 years. The current Emperor is Uriel Septim, 24th of Septim 9. You haven't been in prison that long, have you? Nothing wrong with your head, is there? The men said you were acting a little strange when they brought you on the ship. I mean, I'm just trying to get some background, dude. Duties. This package came with news of your arrival. You are to take it to Caius Cusades. I'm loving this this interpretive Latin that we're getting here in the town of Balmoral. Balmora? Go to the south wall of Corner Club and ask for Caius Cusades. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. I also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name. 87 gold, package, and directions. Cool. Let's ask about Caius. Just says report to him again. Okay, cool. Do we... No, we don't have the ability to save yet. You've been given these directions and a package of documents. Do not show them to anyone. Do not attempt to read the documents in the package. The package has been sealed and your tampering will be discovered and punished. Yo, some actual just instructions. Like actual directions. Proceed to the town in the Vardenfell district. Report to him. Oh, right. This is just everything that he said to me already. Cool. Some gold. Is there anything else we can look at in here? Can I steal your silverware or are you going to be mad at me? I can't save, so we're not going to risk it. Press J to use your journal and review what you've been told. Should probably check Ariel's trade house up on the left. You're on your own now. Good luck. My orders is to go to the town Balmoral, Cassius Cotes. Yeah. Oh, we can like. Can we? Okay, we'll have to get used to using that journal. And remember, there's something you can do with Fargoth. But let's just have a little nosy around. This is the sort of shit that I'm talking about. This sort of like weird, high fantasy sort of style in this game. It's something that really lacks as you get further into the Elder Scrolls series. But it's very present in this game. You might get it in later DLCs and things like that, but... So I'm trying to find this shop. That's where we came in on the boat. I'm loving this little town. It's always the sleepiest places where you start, isn't it? What time are we on anyway? So 27 minutes. So we've barely done anything and barely got to see anything, but that's the way these games go sometimes. Oh, there's the shop. We'll start outside here. Hey, well, that sounds good to me. Thank you for watching. Gonna be trying to release this pretty much daily for now, about this sort of timescale for each one. So let's like just delve a bit deeper into Morrowind and see what there is available for us to explore and see. As I say, I want to be fairly upfront with sort of how I'm going to play this game and what I expect for it. I do want to take it on its own sort of grounds as much as I can, but there's going to be points where I don't really want to do 2 playthroughs and like read extensive guides before getting into it. I would rather just see what the game has to offer for its own. But yeah, I'm going to leave it outside the shop because that's what we'll do next episode. Goodbye.